Hey, you got time for a beer? I know I do. Welcome to my show. My name's Jake. You can find me at Untapped YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, all at tubajake_69. Tell me your stories. I like to hear them. Today we've got Oberon from Bell's. It's American Wheat Ale. It is 5.8% alcohol by volume. It's got a 6-month shelf life apparently, so drink up if you got it. It's really good stuff. If you've got it, drink it. It's delicious. Oberon's an amazing thing, and it means spring. Spring has sprung, and it is here. So drink it if you can find it. If you can't, then I'm sorry, because this is one of the best parts of spring for people here in Michigan. So you should definitely seek this out for sure. All right, let's get this started. So remember how I said it was spring? I'm standing right here next to my my sump pump, and it just keeps running. So I apologize for that. I'm going to drink this out of the Hopsheim glass that I got from Bell's recently. If I'm very careful, I might even be able to fit this entire cup in here, or this entire can into this very tiny cup. It's getting closer. Oh, that might spill over. There we go. All right. So anyway, Oberon. It's a wheat beer, so obviously it's cloudy. Made with all Michigan ingredients. I personally think that it tasted better before it was made with all Michigan ingredients, but that's been quite a while. The other big thing about that might be that the stuff that I was getting was aged a little bit more, and even if you drink it past 6 months, a year maybe, it still doesn't taste terrible. It's more malty, a little bit more wheat-y. It's definitely darker than what it is here, but it's still a pretty good beer later on. But yes, definitely drink it when you can. Oberon is delicious, and you should drink it. And the Oberon Sun is a classic in craft beer, I think. At the very least, it's a classic in craft beer in Michigan. So you should definitely drink it if you can find it, for sure. It's weedy. It's got a little bit of an orange flavor to it, brewed with orange zest and coriander. Sorry, I've been drinking most of the day today. That's not entirely true. I've been drinking a lot of the day today. Whenever I got to play disc golf, it was a little bit rainy, so it was compacted more than what it usually would be. So let's start drinking. I mean, what's it like? It's like last year. Surprise. Coriander, orange zest, wheat, malt. It's delicious. It's not hoppy. Mostly like oranges and beer that's been soaked, and bread that's been soaked in beer. It's good. It tastes like spring. It tastes like a Tigers game, if you will. Or a Lugnuts game, or a Beach Bums game, wherever you can go and see some minor league baseball. They've probably got Oberon, because Oberon is delicious, and it's from Michigan, and those folks are the people that want to promote Michigan things. And Michigan's a good thing to promote. You should definitely be here if you've never been. In the summertime, springtime, actually fall time, wintertime too. It's an amazing place to be. You should definitely be here then. But if not, then that's understandable too. because Michigan's kind of, unless you're coming here to play in the snow or ride on the roads or play in the lakes or ride on the trails, what else would bring you here? I mean, the views are glorious. You can go from, on the equinox, you can go from one side of the state and see the sun rise right directly east, and then you can go to the other side of the state and you can see the sun set directly west over water. It's an amazing thing that you can't do many other places. I mean, you can do that a couple of different places, I would imagine. But there are not many other places that you can do that. I mean, like Florida, maybe. Massachusetts, sort of, because it's got that little hook thing at the end. And even then, it's like a bike ride. But yeah, but over freshwater, no place else. Freshwater lakes are amazing. If you've never been in a freshwater lake, you should experience it. It's different. Because I've definitely been like diving and whatnot in the, well, I've definitely been surfing in the ocean. Old man surfing, as my brother-in-law likes to call it. So boogie boarding, if you will. You know, you get the board and you catch a wave, and it's a blast. It's super fun. It's hella cold. Very, very cold. You should definitely probably not. I mean, the times that I've done it, it's been wintertime-ish. Like April is, I think, the most summery that I've been there to do that. And it's a blast. It really is. You should definitely do it. Absolutely, for sure. Go in the ocean, catch a wave. It's amazing. So much fun. But to be you can't necessarily do that in the lakes. I mean, you could probably. No, you could definitely do that in like Lake Michigan for sure. I've done that in a canoe on Lake Michigan, which was insane. And we probably should not have done that, but it was so much fun when I did that. That was a long, long time ago, like 1986. Or 1996. I'm sorry, it's different. 1996 was a long time ago, and I'm pretty sure that's when it was. I'm like 98% sure that that's when that was. Because Phil graduated in 96 and we did that high adventure with him. So it was before he turned 18, I think. It was a blast. So much fun. Definitely worth it. We did like, not picture right. We did, we did the Sylvania track, bunch of lakes over near Wisconsin. You could actually paddle to Wisconsin if you wanted to from certain lakes. I'm sorry about the cut there because it probably seemed weird, but my stuff went out and I don't know why, but it did. So it did. But I stopped shortly thereafter, so we can continue. Whew. Got to play a bunch of disc golf today, which was nice. Well, like 9 holes of disc golf today. It rained a lot too, so I had to wear a raincoat that I had to dig out of the back of my car because that's where it was from when I was still disc golfing in the springtime or in the fall when it was rainy sometimes, and I just like go places in disc golf. But now pretty much it's exclusively at my house, which is amazing. I love disc golfing at my house. I've got a 3-pin course out back. Nice 2-par holes, super easy, but I still get to throw, and it's not like I throw any further than I can get them. So I don't throw any further than my holes, so I'm not that worried about it. My brother comes over and he's like, these are way too short. But my sister-in-law comes over and she's like, this is perfect because I don't have to throw too hard on this, and Jared doesn't have to, and Jared doesn't ever outdrive me, because if he does, then he's not where he needs to be. Which is really super neat because my sister-in-law has her pro card. My brother does not have a pro card because he decided that it's not worth it to go pro and make hundreds of dollars a year, whereas my sister-in-law can go pro and pretty much just get him discs all year, and he has to drive her and take care of the baby. And he loves his kids, so that's not a big deal. But he gets free discs from it, and she gets to go and do stuff that she likes to do, which is super awesome. I was going to tell you a story about drinking Oberon. So they sell these Oberon mini kegs, right? We decided, there were 5 of us, I think, that decided to go disc golfing, and we decided that the best idea would be to get a mini keg of Oberon to go and disc golf with. So we bought this mini keg. We were all super excited, and we got there. The 5 of us had a drink. We were like, yeah, this is great. We went to the second hole, had a drink. We were like, oh, this is amazing. Went to the third hole. We were like, this is starting to get a little bit light. The biggest problem is we actually made a sling to carry this mini keg in, which was cool. But also, we got to the fourth hole and we were like, we're out of beer. We've got like 2 holes that we can do with this, unless we want to do this without beer. At which point, I think there was one of us that wasn't actually playing, so we sent him to go get beer, and he came back with a case, and it did not take long, which was awesome, because actually, I don't know for sure that that's the truth, but Don might be able to tell me whether or not that was the truth, because I think he's the one that was not playing, that was drinking. But there were definitely at least 5 of us there. Me and Mikey and Jared and Pretty Mouth and Johnny B, and that might have been the 5 of us. And there's a very good chance there's nobody to go and get more beer. So there's also a very good chance that we just kept playing and we played through without any more beer for the rest of the time. And that probably would have not been that much fun. And it was probably still fun because we were with friends, and it's always a good time when you're out on a course that's easy to play. And you're a little bit buzzed. You don't have to be super buzzed, but a little bit buzzed is always kind of nice. Hydrated is better. Hydrated is just as good. But yeah, Oberon's a good time. Drinking this out of my Hop Slam glass because it's from Bell's. Specifically, I've got another glass that is also from Bell's that also had Hop Slam in it, but it wasn't plastered with Hop Slam. It was just a Hop Slam glass, but I figured I'd drink from the one that actually says Bell's on it instead of the one that doesn't say Bell's on it that's from Bell's. It's amazing. It tastes like spring. So the quote from you for you today is from Andrew Lloyd Webber. He says, "There is a very fine line between success and failure. Just one ingredient can make the difference." And that was Andrew Lloyd Webber. And I mean, just look at cats. The difference between success and failure was Andrew Lloyd Webber. Because as amazing as Cats was on stage, it's just not a good show. There's not much to it. It's not exciting. It's super boring, in my opinion. And the biggest problem with Andrew Lloyd Webber is that everything that he wrote sounds exactly like everything Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote. Listen, you'll hear it. Starlight Express, Cats, Phantom of the Opera. There are other ones too, but those are the 3 big ones that I can think of right off the top of my head right now. And only Starlight Express because I saw it in the theater, which was super weird because I was like, I know all these songs, but I don't know any of these songs. Starlight Express. But that's not what the people on the bus sang, which is fine. All right, so anyway, you can find me on Untappd, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, all at TubaJake_69. Don't forget, tell me your stories. I'd like to hear them. Give me beer suggestions because I'll take a look. I might even find one. So anyway, catch me next time when you got time for a beer.